everyone. So this is a video about my 2021 planner setup. So if you watched my previous video, then you would know that I'm using the Hobonichi Techo A6. It's supposed to be a daily planner, and this is my first year in this specific planner. It is very small, but that's kind of why I chose it, because I wanted something that I can take around easily, transportable, all that good stuff. So if you want to see what this looks like, keep on watching. All right, so first off, you see this vinyl decal here, 2021. This is from Virgo and Paper. And this sticker here is just from Simply Gilded, one of her sub boxes. When you go inside, I kind of did my first, I forgot what this is called, like a washi board thing. I don't know. I have a lot of washi, so I was like, oh, I wanted to try it. So I gave it a try, and this is how it came out. So pretty cool. And another sticker from Simply Gilded. And I have it binder clipped here to kind of flip to my monthly right away. So but in between that, let's see, what did I put here? Yeah, I put a little tabby thing here so that I can, it's one of these, so that I can easily access it. And then you have your yearlies, and I put this little thing here, and I'll show you why. This is I made a little swatch thing. So this is the index, and the way that I use this is to kind of reference things in my dailies. And so I kind of did a color coding thing so that I can easily find, you know, what has to do with certain things. So for instance here, what I have first are like my work hours, and that's in yellow. And so for yellow, it means tracker. And these numbers here are just the number of the mild liner, so I know which one it is without having to keep going back and forth. And so I just do it that way. And so like this one is green for the Tombow dual pens, and those are, I did swatches on that day. Okay, so I'll go more into what these days kind of go into, but that's why this little half cactus type thing is there. And then I have that. I'm gonna put it here actually to my index so that I can access my index right away. Do it that way. And so it kind of goes into your monthly index. So I mean, you could look up other videos about how people use it. A lot of people use it for like habit tracking, that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm using it as a index, and I got that idea from Lindsay from Lindsay Scribbles on Instagram as well as YouTube. So I'll link her videos on the bottom so that you can check her out, because she's such an inspiration. But this year I kind of wanted to try with the habit tracking. But I don't really track a lot of habits, so I wanted to kind of do it dually. So I kind of tried it, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm going to give it a try. So that's why I have these things right here. So I'm going to just kind of mark off each day that, you know, I accomplished these habits type of things. So we'll see how that turns out, if I'm going to continue to do so. Not really sure, but we'll see. Okay. So it goes into all of the monthlies. And this was the first monthly, was the December. And this is kind of how I set it up to see how I was going to use it. And I did like it. So that's why I kind of continued in January. Yeah, so I really do like it. It came out pretty cute, so I'm very happy with that. I'm very sad that there's not a lot of like monthly A6 kits. I used to but last year I used my cousin, and I had this, my cousin, but on this one, kind of did the same for the indexes. And for my monthlies, I used my newest addiction to do my monthlies, and she had A5 ones, which wasn't, you know, set for the Hobonichi, but, you know, I just kind of cut it, did my sticker surgery, and was able to make it work. And I really I loved how it came out. But unfortunately for the A6, I feel like there's not a lot of, there aren't a lot of shops that kind of carry it or do it. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I just kind of had to use what I do. So I just hand lettered the month, and I just used a washi. Luckily, there's not a lot of room though, so it doesn't feel like I really need a kit, but it would be great. So if you guys know any shops that do cute monthly A6 kits for, hopefully specifically for the Hobonichi, let me know so I can check them out. And this is I just did this right now. So if you want to see how I did this, there's another video. So I'll link it somewhere so that you can check that out. But this is how my January came out. I was a little going back and forth about what color scheme I wanted to do, and it's still cold where I live, so I wanted to do more still a wintry theme. But then I don't know, I just really love this washi, and this washi doesn't really scream like cold, so I had to go with the whole pastel theme. But I think it's still cute how it came out. And then it goes on to all your other monthlies. I obviously haven't done them yet, but I do put little sticky notes about important dates that I want to remember so that I can put them in on those months. And if I need to put anything down like in the future, then I can just jot it down on the sticky note and not actually write it on the planner. And so that's how I have that set up. And then you can see here, I don't know if you can see it, but I have this little tab here that I cut out as like page dividers. So, and I have two of them. I have this one here and then this one here. And I just put that to divide from my monthlies and my dailies. And then the one here is to divide from my dailies to my notes pages. So that's how I did it. And I just cut a piece of acetate for these too. So this one happens to be from, it's so pretty, I don't know if you can see all the hollow on this, but it's a galaxy type of theme. But this was a piece of acetate that came with one of my Simply Gilded boxes. And I just cut it to size, and I just washi taped it in here, and I just love it. It just works as a cute little divider. And so after you do the monthlies, it goes into 2022 up until March. And then there's this one empty page. Last year, I really didn't do much with this. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, so it's left blank. But this year, I forgot who I saw. Someone, either on Instagram, I don't remember, but I saw someone do this, and I thought that was a really cool idea, and hopefully I stick with it. But it's just like 21 moments of 2021. So all the good that might have happened, that's going to happen, I'm going to be positive, that's going to happen this year. I was just going to put little blurbs of it, and then 21 just because it's 2021. So I've seen people use these two pages for, different things. One was like a reflection about 2020, and then either goals or resolutions for 2021 over here, that kind of thing. So you can look up different ideas, but this is how I decided to use mine. And then it goes into the dailies. So here you see I just did my goals over here, or resolutions, whatever you want to call it. I realized that when I looked back last year on my goals, I did not accomplish any of them. So I was very hesitant to do it again this year, but I did it anyway. So we'll see how that turns out. And then for my dailies, I don't believe I'm going to journal or reflect every day. So I use some of these daily pages as my indexes or references or that kind of stuff. So you can see like here for, you know, January 2nd and 3rd daily pages, I kind of did a whole work hours type of layout just to track how much, all the hours for work. And so I did that last year, and so I'm kind of doing it again this year. And so that's why if you go to my index page, it says work hours on the January 2nd and 3rd. I have work hours. So both pages, I used it up to kind of use it as a reference thing. And then on January 4th, I put vacation hours. And so on January 4th, you'll see it says vacation hours here as well. And that's just to track how much PTO I have and that kind of stuff. And I use this tracker. I did this tracker last year too, and I found it helpful just to kind of track illness for my daughter. Not that she has any health issues or anything like that, but I just like to see things at a glance, to see, well, when was the last time she was sick, and, you know, to see if there's anything reoccurring or anything that I need to be a little bit more attentive to or whatnot. And so I just did a whole monthly or yearly thing, and then I just put in little color codes for like fever, cough, you know, whatever it may be. And then I just plan to color in the days that she had these specific symptoms or that kind of thing. And then this one is blank. And then here I just kind of swatched. I got some new Tombow dual pens, dual brush pens. So I just kind of swatched all the colors that I have. I find this helpful just because like the colors that you see on the cap aren't, like for instance, like this pen, you know, what you see on the cap might not always be what you see on paper. So, and if it's like, if I have like multiple pinks and things, I can't really decipher which one's going to be, you know, like this shade as opposed to this shade or that kind of thing. So I find it helpful having a swatch of it, so I know, because when I look at this, I would think it's this one, 192, but it's actually 312. So it's this darker one. You know what I'm saying? So they're like very similar. So I find it helpful to have it swatched out. So that's kind of what I did on this one. And then I don't think I have any other things on my dailies yet. But yeah, that's kind of how I use it. And I find it helpful to kind of find what I want. And if I'm journaling about something, then I'll just kind of put a quick title of it and journal on the page and then color code it so that I kind of know what it is. And so I could reference it if I ever want to. And so it goes into all your monthlies here. And then I have more trackers in the back. So I have another piece of acetate here to kind of mark that. And then this first page is kind of like my monthly like sinking funds type of thing. So I don't know if you guys do that kind of stuff, but I find it helpful to kind of do that, to kind of budget and things like that. And then here I put in another monthly tracker. And so, yeah, and that just kind of tracks things for like my cars, our house, that kind of stuff, to see if there's things that occurred or when my last oil change was, that kind of thing. And here, this is I track monthly income for me and my husband. So I divide it by monthly, and then I kind of track that too. So I set that already to track. And over here is some goals for work, I guess. So I work in OBGYN, and so there's certain topics that I would want to study up on more and kind of learn more about. So I kind of made a list of things that I want to, you know, track or not track, that I want to learn. And so I kind of make a running list of things, and I'll check it off as I do it throughout the day or throughout the year, I guess. And a mood tracker. I did a mood tracker for the first time last year, and I kind of liked how that turned out. Let me see, show you what my last year one looks like. But I kind of, first I wanted to do it just to see, just love all the colors. And you can kind of see a gist of like majority blues, which means I was happy throughout the year. So hopefully, you know, same with 2021 that I was happy, but I color coded that as well. And I put a little sticky tab on this one because this is something I figured I'm gonna have to reference every day to put in, you know, my mood for the day. So just to track it a little easier, I put a little sticky note there. And then this year, for the first time, I'm actually started a cleaning tracker. And I feel like there's more on the list that I still have to, you know, keep writing down. But I got this inspiration also from Lindsay from Lindsay Scribbles, because she has this cleaning tracker too. And she has like a tracker video that I watched that she lists all of the different types of trackers that she uses in her planner. So I would recommend that video, so check that out. But yeah, and so hopefully that'll keep me on track with just cleaning around the house and that kind of things that you kind of forget about, I guess, or you don't think about until it's too late. So hopefully this will help me be a little bit more proactive and prevent, you know, any mold or that kind of stuff. And then you just have a couple more notes pages. So the Hobonichi A6, this one, it doesn't really come with a ton of note pages. So if you need a lot of note pages, I would not suggest this planner. But yeah, so this is about it for notes. So it's only a couple pages, but I don't really need it that much. So it works for me. And whatever I don't, I can just, you know, use one of my daily pages for, since like I said, I don't journal daily. So that kind of just works out. And there's all these other pages at the end of the Hobonichi that I don't really know how to use. So it's kind of remains blank. But on this graph paper at the end, I'm using it as a weight tracker. So it kind of, I usually do my weekly weigh-ins. So I put in like weekly dates. I usually do every Friday. So I just kind of put every Friday of the year. And then I kind of want to just track how my weight is going. I think I'm always trying to lose weight, but it's not, you know, like a set goal where I want to lose a certain amount of weight or anything. This is just more for my information so that I know when I'm kind of getting out of control and I need to wheel it back in, that kind of thing. So, today's the 1st and I didn't weigh myself. Oops. And I like to like weigh myself in the morning, you know, like without any clothes on, that kind of stuff. Because every clothes counts. Let me just tell you, it counts. So, oh well, I'll just have to do it tomorrow, and that's totally fine. And there's other pages here, which I also don't know how to use. I think it says favorites here. I don't read Japanese. I don't really know, but I'm assuming it has to do with like either books or movies or that kind of stuff. Or I see all these icons. So maybe it's even like places to eat or music that you like, that kind of thing, and rating it. So that looks kind of fun. Maybe I'll do this because I was thinking about making a movie tracker and a book tracker or something like that, but maybe I'll just use this instead and kind of see how that works out. So there's 2 pages of that. And then there's a My 100. I don't really know how to use this, so if you have any suggestions on how, let me know. I think I did see someone put down like memorable moments, like of, you know, throughout the year of your top 100, but I feel like that kind of goes in with my 21 moments. So I don't know. So let me know if you guys have any ideas or suggestions. And then I have no idea what all this stuff is. So there's other stuff in the back. I love it. Look at these are like posture type things on how to lift up. Bad, good. All right, what else? And that's about it. Yeah, everything else is blank. Some conversion stuff. I think this has to do with the year you were born, right? I don't know. That's what it seems like. And that's it. I don't have anything here either. And I don't have a cover for my Hobonichi, and I feel like I should, just because It's not, I mean, it's kind of like just like a cardboardy type of paper. But I just haven't found what I wanted. And I got, no, I didn't. I got like the cover on cover for this on the Hobonichi website, but I realized that it's not a cover, it's the cover for the cover. So I have to get a cover first to use that as a cover. Yeah, I really need to read descriptions, but so it was too big because it was supposed to fit a cover, so it didn't work. So I'm still on the lookout for a cover for this baby. So if you know of any, then just let me know. All right, so I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough of my planner, and I will see you next time. Bye.